Hello Club Race Heroes. Today I'm looking to convert was going to bring my Snowbirds car to the brand new design with the rotated ball in the back. Snowbirds design. So what I ended up doing was I printed up a few chassis, and this first video will be about chassis prep. As you can see, the chassis prep, I did already remove the channel here, all the extra material here, and then the material on the sides. This one here is a PA HT12 carbon fiber chassis, 100% infill. I like to label them because I have a bunch of different styles of chassis. There's ones at 65% infill. I also printed up a PLA Plus chassis and a PLA carbon fiber chassis. Not too sure how that's going to run yet, but we will see. My GT12 version that's already converted to the new Snowbirds design is the PLA chassis as well. Or PLA Plus, I should say. So what I like to do to prep a chassis is first, after I remove all the support material, I then will use a reamer to ream out the countersinks. That way it makes sure that all the countersinks will sit nice and flush with the chassis. The problem is, sometimes 3D printing leaves little nublets here and there. What this does is just smooths it right out. All you do is just kiss it there, and you're all good to go. Then the other thing I like to do is tap out all the screw holes that I'm going to be using my 3mm in. So I have a 3mm tap. Now I'll link in the video where I got the countersunk and also where I got the tap. They're both from Amazon. So I'll go through and tap and clean up all the holes. Then also I do the same thing with my pod. So I sit there, as you can see here, I've already done the pod, so it's already been countersunk, cleaned up, and also did the tapping for all the 3mm for the fan, and also for all the different sections for the upper links, the dampening stick, and then also for the new droop screw. So what the droop screw will do is we reverse the ball from the back to the front, and from the front to the back. So what will happen is the ball will go up and down inside this little slot. The set screw will allow us to adjust the amount of droop that we go down, or up travel. So as you can see here, here's my 13.5 car. Now I can actually adjust how much up travel by that screw right there, as you can see right there. So if I screw it down, what that'll do is it'll bring, instead of having the 1 mil-ish gap that I have here, it'll bring it flat like it used to be. But sometimes on a bumpy track, you want to make sure that your car can soak up all the bumps as it's going down the short straightaways or long straightaways. So that will help out there for any of the bumpy tracks. Now, you could even go a little bit further if you really want. You could increase how far the hole goes up. You could even just take a Dremel tool and Dremel tool up there. So, if you want to, but redesign and reprint really doesn't take much with these. So this is the new carbon fiber rear end. The other part of the build that you need is, of course, the body mounts. As you can see here, I decided to go with a PA12 nylon red just to see how it looks. I did print out some of the fire engine red here, which is PLA Plus, but I want to try and this car here, just the PA12, so the nylon build. I also did the bearing carriers in PA12 as well. So prepping these, you have to tap. I usually just tap right here and on the other one as well, as you can see. And then I also tap the tweak screws for that one and this one here. That way, when I go ahead and put the tweak screws in, I then can just thread them from the bottom up. Now, the one thing you want to do is, when you're going from the bottom up, so once in a while, you know, when you're threading them, depending on how much material the capper takes out, it might need to go ahead and put a little bit of blue Loctite in there, just to kind of keep it nice and stiff so the tweak does not adjust as you're riding. The other thing is, I did for this build, my Fire Engine Red dampening stick, and then the wonderful little Club Race Hero emblem on the front to hold the bumper goes right here. Shout out to the designer of that. It's pretty cool. I like that. So here is the 12. So if you want to see how to do the cleaning up the countersunk holes, all you do is just pull out your drill. That's all it really takes. Just like that, we're all cleaned up. Let's clean up the mess. And there you go. So all the countersunk screws now are all going to be nice and flat. No problems at all. Now then all you have to do is just change out your countersunk bit. Put that over the side. Add in the tap. And then you tap the screws. Very easy done. I like to go nice and slow. Again, usually don't go too far, so there's a little bit uncountersunk meat at the bottom to grab into. That, or as I said, just use the Loctite, the blue Loctite. So you go through, tap all the screws. So you're here, you know, all these, same here, here. And then the front, one thing I do like to do is I like to drill out these holes just a tick wider. So I don't like how tight it is right now and how it fits. So that way when you take off your servo, they just slide out. You don't have to fight with the carbon fiber nylon. And then you're just threading into the top of the servo, and everything works out pretty good. So that'll be that for this video on how to prep your chassis. If there's anything I forget for this, I will include it in the next video of making sure we have all the right parts. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.